Get up, get up. Hey. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Alarm go off, gotta rise from the bed. Dreams don't move if they stay in your head. Feet hit the floor, mind on the mission. Small steps stack when you trust repetition. Some days green, some days red. Still gotta learn what the last move said. Can't skip rules just to chase that feeling. Strong foundation, put cracks in the ceiling. Show your work, let the progress talk. Step by step, let the whole thing walk. If you fall, get facts from the fall. Take that lesson and answer the call. No shame in being wrong. If you grow, no gain in moving fast with no control. Plan in your hand, eyes on the way. Patience gets paid when discipline. Put the work in. Show that progress, let them see it working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Pressure get loud, but the plan stay quiet. Everybody talks, only few really try. You want results, gotta build that range. Can't feel lost if you came here to change. Write it down, mark the reason. Strike the work through every season. If it don't hit, then review that choice. Clean up the noise, then sharpen your voice. Stack good habits like blocks in a wall. 1 week rule can shake it all. So stay on script when emotions arise. Truth shows up when you analyze. No magic trick, no lucky lane. Just sweat, but focus, lesson pain. Then one day they see what you made. Not from guessing, from the work you laid.
Lock in when it's boring. Lock in when it's slow.
Lock in.
Lock in when nobody sees.
That's how progress shows.
Learn from the mistakes.
Build from the sky. Follow the rules. Raise the bar. Put the work in. Show that progress, let them see you working. Wrong or right, still learn from the play. Follow the rules, then we move our way. Put the work in. Late nights, early morning, still searching. Win or lose, don't throw it away. Study the move, then come back the next day. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Lock in. Show work. Learn more. Follow rules. Stay ready. Put the work in.
Really? Are you still stuck with your big wireless? Overpaying? Are you locked in a contract? Were you buried in that fine print? Yeah, I thought so. Ditch your carrier. Switch to World Mobile today. We have no contracts, no early termination fees. We play no games. We have plans that start at just $15 a month. Bring your I'm back, guys. Hello. Sorry about that. I forgot to set up the camera. I knew I was forgetting something, but I'm back. So good morning. Good morning. Interesting way to start the stream here, guys. Sorry about that. Fun way to start it here. Sorry about that. So good morning. Let's get into the charts this morning and get this good Wednesday started. Hump day of the market and everything. Don't really know exactly how the market is gonna go. Kind of seems like it wants to go up a little bit, but it kind of seems like a trap for it to come back down on us and everything. So let's without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the charts over here. So we're looking at Bitcoin currently. we're on the 3 minute. So let's go back to the 1 hour here. So we definitely broke up yesterday. Had a good run and everything up to almost 67, 66,971 or so on the Blowfin chart here. And then we came back down, tried to retest and have failed so far. So far, we have stayed underneath the VWAP, even on the 1 hour and everything. We are starting to show us some clipping and everything down here. We did rotate to a bearish money flow on Alexos, but we're not on the 3 minutes, so we really shouldn't use that. The money flow on the RSI here from Chart Prime is starting to curve up a little bit, but it's still green, so that's good there. So if you would take your Fibonacci from the low to the high, that is one hell of a perfect tap of the golden pocket there. Really nice reaction to the golden pocket tap. If you took that, so you could go down and you could take it on, look at it on the 5 minute chart, and on the 5 minute chart you had a bullish divergence. Perfect golden tap. Like, what time was that? 7:40. So that was 3 hours ago. So it was, of course, 3 o'clock in the damn morning. Nobody's trading. Nobody's awake. Nobody's trading. No one's doing anything. Everybody's sleeping. Everybody's not doing anything. But you had price down, RSI up. You had blue dot oversold. Interestingly, oh yeah, and then you had these come. Okay, I don't know what my mouse tried to do there. You had them come together right here. You had your spoon. You had your don't short. There we go. Okay, so obviously we weren't here for that. Didn't get to take it, so we can't. Whatever. It was there. Doesn't matter. That trade is gone now. So then you have the retest of the VWAP, and this is on Blowfin, so it may not have done this on other exchanges. Like on my exchange, it doesn't wick as much on Strike, so there's that. So just trying to get out here today to see if we can't find a trade this morning. We did win a trade yesterday, so let's look a little bit at our trade that we did yesterday. So we were on Zcash. So yesterday on the stream, we had identified this here as a bullish divergence, and I do believe it was a bullish divergence at one of the golden pocket 786. Yeah, it was inside the golden pocket, almost tapped 786. Front run that a little bit. We found it afterwards. I think we found it right in here and caught this bullish move, and then we had a target of the golden pocket retracement from here to here that we were looking at, and that was our target take profit. We hit our first quarter take profit live on stream there, and then I set the stop loss in profit because I had to go to work and all the rest of that, so we didn't lose the profit that we did gain in the trade. And of course, the wickety wick came back and took my stop loss and then went. But also what I said was we were going to go into the golden pocket and then retrace. And just like the last one that I took the bullish move into the bearish move, the bullish move was bullshit and the bearish move was awesome. And I didn't take them. Why did my music? Oh, changed. And then look at the price reaction. Since here, our price reaction did go almost 8%, 7%, and we were 40x leverage on this, that's a hell of a move. That I missed again. So, but I did win, a little bit here. I think I won like $5, $3 on my, I think it was $100 margin or something like that. It wasn't much. It wasn't much. Maybe it was only like $70 margin. So good morning, y'all. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you're not already. You probably are if you're already on here and everything. And maybe share it out to see if we can get a few more people to subscribe and find the channel. We're on our goal to get to the 1,000, to get to that first level of monetization. Then you got to get all the watch time hours. But first and foremost, the hardest thing to do is to get to the 1,000 subscribers. That's for damn sure. I think we're sitting at like 540 right now. So try to get some more people in here. We also do some Infinity Rising live gameplay and everything like that. If you don't know what that is, you can check some of those out on my channel there. But back to Zcash here. This doesn't look like a return. It just looks like it wants to, like we were looking at. So we were looking at on Zcash that it needs to come down here to the 382. This is the next bullish move. We do have this break, so let's see. From here to here, is this long? Let's move this. This was the break. So our target is somewhere around $500, 497. We're at 515 or so right now on Zcash. So I don't really see an imminent trade on Zcash right this second. So we have, let's see, do we have order blocks? We have one right above us. So we have one right here. Draw our rectangle. So we have one right here. This would be a bearish order block. Come on, come right to it. Let me give you the bearish order block right here. So the bearish order block would be here somewhere about 517.34 or so. This was a retracement, so higher low. All right, lower high. Look for lower low. Or yeah. Higher high, lower high, higher low. I mean lower high, lower low, lower high, higher low. I don't think that's higher because this is the Wix, but that's also on here. So lots of wicks here. Let's look at hype. All right, so yesterday I do believe we were looking at hype here on our bearish divergence that we had on, I do believe, the 1 hour. We zoomed out here. We had we had our bearish divergence here on the 1 hour, and I do believe we were looking for it to come back, and it did not. So it didn't ever make it back to that one, but this was a retracement of that one and then down. But that would have been a hell of a trade too, to catch what we saw but didn't execute on it. So right now you're down about 8% or so. So that was about the same as Zcash that was down there. Let's see, what are we looking for? We never got to this golden pocket above us. That was a new lower low that we put in. Did we sweep it though? 15 minute. We did SFP on the 15 minute. Maybe on the 3 minute. Yeah, we did on the 3 minute too. So that is bullish for hype, but you're under VWAP. You're already got a bearish divergence that populated here and is basically played out. Then you had a bullish hammer candle, SFP. Starting to clip on the 3 minute. No trade on hype right this second. So let's see, you would want to see from the low to the high. Well, from the low to the high, that would have been a 382 tap if we can get this proper and everything. I bet you. Yeah, that's a 382 tap, so that's bullish there. If it can hold, you would look to be halfway down the candle and go there. So let's see, what would halfway down the candle be when you take your fib tool and just use it for the one candle, because the 50 is going to be in the 50 spot. That would be the 5 spot that we were talking about. Let's see, maybe no, we didn't get it. No, we went through it. Trying to cut teeth there. But that would be potentially a bullish tap of the 5, the 50. But you wouldn't just take it yet. You got 40 seconds for the candle to close. But then you're like, you got a VWAP that's right in front of you. This looks bearish as hell. You know, for sure. This looks like a bear flag, right? You know, you got this. You got this. You got your flagpole. And you got your target. 56.72 or so is your target out of that bear flag. Bear flagging. That's I don't have that accent at all for sure. So let's see, is there divergence here? You're down. Is that flat or up? I mean, but it's not looking like it like that. That didn't look like enough. Here, that is bullish, but it has to turn around, and it has not turned around yet. It has not stopped going down per se. And then even at that, you take it back to the VWAP. So I guess you could take it back to the VWAP for 0.75%. But honestly, I would look for here to be the short. This is where I would look to short at. I'll put it here above this. That gives you a, you know, your 0.33 short, and then take this to Valhalla, because you would look for this to be you look at to be somewhere like that. If you get a reaction of that sort there, which it kind of looks like you're gonna get a positive reaction soon out of the market, and then the VWAP is probably going to reject it. Maybe the whole market's just going to say goodbye. Bitcoin is falling over the last, you know, was this 30 minutes or so, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, yeah, 30 minutes has been falling, bringing the market down a little bit. So, Micron. Micron was a good call yesterday. If anybody got into Micron yesterday, like, this is a stock, guys. This is a stock. That's a hell of a run up on a stock. And would we go up? There's 8% in one day. Yeah, 9% or so. And then we had our bearish divergence that brought us into the bearish divergence. Spider line starting. Oh man, that was close. That's not really an SFP on here, on Bybit's chart of it. Maybe on the, well, this is closed. It's closed right now. I guess this is it probably coming back down, or it'll open low or something like that. Because I'm watching on the perpetuals of it, not the actual chart. Not like the Tesla. Tesla's down a little bit pre-market. Netflix, hella gap, is up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if it fills this gap and comes down there. And then Apple just a little bit. Let's see, what's Ford doing? Ford's still around that $14 or so. Went all the way up here to about $17, $18 back in the end of May. So that was a nice run for some of the people that were able to take profits up there at the top there. Bitcoin is running real quick. Let's go back to Bitcoin. So that's a bullish engulfing candle there on the 5-minute chart. Always need to hydrate. That's for sure. Okay. Trying to see what it's looking like. Let's see. Okay, let's look at ADA real quick. Let's go out to the 2-hour chart on ADA. All right, let's see. We are above the VWAP on the 2-hour chart. Let's go to a 4-hour. Okay. Go to the 4-hour. We came down, like we said, to this golden pocket down here. We didn't come back to this one yet. Although it kind of looks like we may find it today. Hopefully the POC holds. And we can make another a higher low. I always get that tongue-tied for sure. And everything. Or maybe we could just come on out of here. Let's go, kind of deal. Let's go to the 1-hour golden pocket. Bring us back up over 20 cents. That would be great. So what we were looking at, we kind of hit that second top up here at the golden pocket here. We were looking for a sweep down here. We still haven't got that sweep down below. We're kind of sitting in a no man's land here of trades on ADA for sure. At least on the 4-hour chart. Let's see, what do we think is going to happen today? We are above the VWAP on the 30-minute. Did just tap it. We have some one order block right above us here, about 17.5. We could come up in this area again and SFP this and come back down. That could be what we're trying to get to there. Let's see. We were looking hype, looking for the short. Hype has fallen. Past the bottom of it there. I'm going to just fall out of it now. Sorry, guys. Not really great. It's just kind of a zone. Don't treat them as lines there. That's what that looks like to me. That's an SFP of this last low. On the bottom, starting to clip and rise. True 7 is almost at the bottom. Money flow is still green, even on the 3-minute. I'll fade the money flow. That was the bearish SFP right here, though. What was that? 3, 6, 9, 12. About 20 minutes ago. No, right when we started the stream. It was a bearish SFP. That was where you probably should have gotten. You know, if you could be like, I am able to catch the tops of the wickety wicks. That would be the short there. Just these don't say short. These say come back up for one more try. But it's also hype, so it could have lost its hype. Let's see, Zcash is coming down. Bitcoin is falling a little bit. We didn't get back up to that again, but this was the lower high, I think. So we may just come back down. Money flow is red now on Zcash. Down. This is just, if we jump in, that's just trying to catch a knife when we could have it doesn't say go down right this second. This, you know, this could set up for a bullish divergence here on the 3-minute. I think this is the short. I think this is the short. Short here, stop above the high. You can even go a little higher. You got 0.33 or so. There's no reason to take it there. Could SFP this, 0.25. Look for it to target the lows. The order block that is right here. This would be a bullish order block, so let's turn that green. No. Yes, green. Let's turn the whole thing green. Bullish order block. Could take you down into here. What do y'all think? Y'all tell me, what do you think it's going to do? Do you think we should wait for it to come back up? Do you think we should find something else? Not pull the trigger on anything? This one looks like it wants to come back in here. That's another short. That's essentially the same move. We're looking for it to come back up, to come down, because the indicators are trying to say we have another run up a little bit here. Let's see. What's XRP doing? XRP is going up. Gone through the VWAP. Didn't successfully get through it. You have a bearish divergence on XRP that's showing, not confirmed, but showing. You have an otter. That's XRP for you. So we've already came up to that order block on XRP. That's about there. See? Yep. We tapped the order block. This would have been a bearish order block. So tap the order block, bearish divergence, down. Maybe we could take a trade on XRP. Let's see what it looks like over here. See if we can get to it fast enough. Because that's the closest to the move that we were looking for. Oh, you can go 100x leverage on XRP. Y'all fucking crazy. We're not cross. Isolated. Confirm. Money flow. Money flow is green. Falling. This is bearish. Not an SFP though. Close. I don't know. I don't watch XRP, so I don't really know how it works and how it runs. It does look like it has moved differently to the places that we were looking for, because this is like the move we were looking to happen on the others. Bitcoin seems to be up, but we didn't break. Lower. This liquidity here just says come back for me though. This liquidity says come back for me, and this one says haha. So I just kind of feel like it's gonna come down here. I'm not quite sure. This was an order block here, so it did come back to the order block. It did wick there. Yeah. XRP coming back up a little further. That's why I was saying it didn't confirm the bearish divergence yet. Now we're back over the VWAP. So, alright, let's see. What's Sol? Sol's on top of the VWAP. Close. That's dangerous there. Everything's in that same kind of slow grind up that tends to want to tell me come back. Because we've taken, how much of this have we taken? The golden pocket back? Golden pocket. There's the golden pocket. There's the come down. This is the retracement of this. Man, we could probably take Sol here shortly, maybe. You got a spoon. Spoon was here. Money flow is up though. Trend is up. Money flow is up. Trend is up. Divergences don't matter in bullish trends. Well, you know, bearish divergences don't get respected as much in bullish trends. Although we are in a larger bearish trend, this is a bullish trend currently, and the trend is your friend until it ends. You do have this order block here. Oh, that tapped it there. And that's at the, you know, inside the golden pocket. Let's see, do we have any news? No news. No real news. Lots of news about what went on in the Middle East last night and everything, and whatnot, but I don't see any real heavy market news. Let's see, what's the, if I could type the right letters, let's see. No event scheduled for the economic calendar today. No event scheduled. We do have jobless claims tomorrow, but that's it on that. I just don't like the money flow being green to take the short yet. It's still rising. You even have a bearish divergence on the MVP oscillator too. So you got a bearish divergence on the RSI. You got a bearish divergence on the MVP oscillator. I mean, this was a good tap for the short, but you're above the VWAP. And then I guess if you want to, like, we're looking like this is technically a order block, you know, right there. That technically did tap it. We could look for here or here for your order blocks. Oh, you got another order block here. So those are your 3 order blocks. Yeah, reset my leverages since we got them all increased and everything. I think it has one more come up to here. If we're gonna go down, I think it has one more come up to here. That could be your third, so we come up a little further here before we look at the short. That could have been it. That could have been it. You know. VWAP scares me. You know, it's hanging on to the VWAP. You don't really want to short yet. You want to let it break and retest. Or come up, give you a better signal. Because the money flow is still rising here, guys. You know, we're still rising on the money flow. It is starting to curve right there, though. So it's starting to curve. There's a bullish SFP, kind of, not really, but it did go below and close above. So it didn't come back to it. Short was the play. We were thinking it might come back up to it and go, but direct short was the play on Zcash. Let's see, what about Hype? Hype hasn't come back up. It hasn't broke out. It hasn't gone down. That's actually starting to look a little bullish here. You know, look for the price to come down a little more, cause a bullish divergence to occur here. I could come bring us up for the short, for the bigger short. All right, Zcash, we missed it basically. We would have just pressed the button when we saw it over here or whatever, we would have at least got that much, but that's not what we're trying to do. You know, that's a 0.5%. That's at least a good trade. Oh well. You can't win them all. What's Biddy doing? Biddy's falling. ES falling. ES is falling. ES rejected off of there. Come down. Bye. Yeah, none of these are open yet. VIX is 17. Bullish divergence on the SPY. Oh, look at that. That's a good short now. Now there's a possibility of SFP back up. XRP. ADA doing that. ADA did the same thing. Bitcoin basically, yeah, they're all basically doing the same thing. Let's follow the leader. Bearish. No break. Bearish break. So if XRP is bearish, then Sol is bearish. In here. Let's get into a half a position short. We're in a half a position short on Solana. Jumped in, trying to run this down. Probably got in too early. Probably going to come back up because that's just typically what I do. Just so we know. But I kind of really wanted to get into short here. So let's see. Let's tap there. Okay. Put it in log and run it down to here. Okay, let's see what happens, guys. Let's put our stop up here. So we think it could come back to here. This is another one. So let's put our stop at 77.71. 77.71. Right. That was the bad entry. You should enter up here with your stop above it, but just didn't do that. What? Let's see what happens, I guess. Wanted to pull the trigger on something. That's why I only did a half a position size, basically. See what we can have happen if we can get into anything here and come back down to the golden pocket at least. You know, so let's see, 77.20. Take a quarter off at 77.20. Not even enough for the profit there. Oh, because we're only a half a position. That's right. You click the button and then you regret it as soon as you click the button. Oh, stupid. It's gonna come back up for this at least. Fairly certain. It's gonna come here. And that would have been the better short. Knowing that it's in its downtrend, it broke its deal, you want it to come back up, then you know, then you go down. That would probably be a retest of the VWAP. And then you go down. Maybe we could, if it does that, maybe we can add our other half a position size to it. I don't know. Kind of looking bullish on the 3 minute, at least where we're at. This is bullish here. It needs to turn around for it to be bullish or stay bullish. Starting to clip, you're on the bottom. I mean, it's like a good place to enter along, doesn't it? Oy vey, guys. Oy vey. Thank you for coming here and watching me lose money. I made money yesterday a little bit, you know. Not much, but I've lost money more than I've won money in probably the last week and a half. I got one win, and then they gave us more leverage, and I played with more leverage, and it has not been nice to the account. It has been nice to the SLP part of my account, but not to my trading part of my account. All right, well, we have our stop loss set. We'll see what happens there. Let's talk a little bit about Strike and the stuff I was talking about, the SLP. So to get into the SLP, you go to the vault. Once you have used our referral code, you deposited your funds from Ethereum, from Solana, from Cardano, using either your Ethereum wallet, your EVM wallets, your Solana wallets, your Cardano wallets, or your credit card to deposit funds into your account. And then you would take those funds that you have into your account and decide to deposit them in the vaults. The vaults are market maker bots that people have in there. And the SLP is the one that is produced by Strike for us to be able to give our money to the market maker bot to be able to execute the trades against us as the traders on the exchange, to be able to make the exchange work in the order book style. And we have our money that we have in here. We're down to 1480, so we are down a little bit. We were at 15 or 16 at some point, kind of deal. So we're down just a little bit from our high, but as you can see, it continues up, kind of deal, in a longer pattern of winning and stuff like that. The TVL is going up and up. We're over a 1.5 million. The more TVL, the better the trades will execute, the more assets that we'll be able to trade and other things like that. So this is a way that you can earn as the house on a perpetual exchange that has the ability for 3 different chains worth of wallets to be able to connect and interact with this decentralized perpetual exchange. So that's one way to do it there. You can also earn funds by staking. So you come to Cardano, you buy the Strike token that is 85% in circulation. The other 15% is held by the DAO. So technically all of it is really in circulation, but 15% of it has not hit the liquidity or public wallets yet. So there is that. You have about 1,400 unique holders, and 21 million of the supply is staked, because the staking for Strike is liquid. It can be in any decentralized protocol, lending collateral, LP held in your wallet, other things like that. You don't actually have to send your Strike to a held wallet to be able to earn these funds. And the funds that you do earn are the opening fees of everybody opening positions on Strike Finance. So those are ways that you can earn from the application, either via Cardano or Cardano EVM chain or Solana chain. It doesn't have to be like Cardano's USDCX or USDM. You can take your USDC from Solana, your USDC from any of your EVM chains. You can even take your Aave a stablecoin LP and add it to the application here as well. So that's a little bit about Strike. I know we got about 10 minutes left or so here. We did come back and hit the VWAP on our Bybit exchange. So that would have been the short here if you're going to get into the short. Potentially still coming up to really take more of this and be the third higher high. But with this being a break of structure, I would think that we would come, hopefully it's just where we're at and we come down. Honestly, that's my hope. That was the reason why I got into the trade. But it would have been better to wait for it to come back up a little bit, like to test this order block that's right there. This one is not as much as an order block because it's really kind of the whole thing. So really and truly, this order block is really like that is what that really is like. So, but we only have a half a position size. Our half a position size is only $54 on the margin. So our total trade is right around $2,100 position size. So we're not really trading much capital. That's why we've only lost $1.77 or so. But that also means that we're not really going to win that much. But if we want, let's go out to the 1 hour chart and see if we can't find some lower targets. Yeah, we can definitely find some lower targets here. So Fibonacci from here to here. So this would be a target range. Then this would be a target range. So those are your two target ranges for Solana. Since we are in a short, 76,680 is probably your top. 664, 76,664, 76,660 or so is your first one. That would be a 1% move on our short. That would be a good short at least there. Then the bottom, your 786 of that is about 76.09. And then you have this bigger one here that starts about 75.31 and goes to 74.3938 or so. If you get that full move would be almost 4% today. That would be a hell of a move for Solana. I don't think that happens in one day. If we go down like that, that's for damn sure. Unless we have like some torrential hellish day on the market today or some shit, you know. I'm not really looking for that. But thank y'all for coming out today. Thank y'all for sticking through that little snafu with a camera in the beginning. And maybe y'all didn't even see it. Maybe it was just me here. And only the replays get to see the stupid thing that pops up when you don't have your camera initialized. But whatever. We're still learning. Streaming to a few people for the pre-market, you know, open here and everything. Trying to perceive the move of the market. I've been pretty good at perceiving the move of the market. I've been horrible at executing the perceived move of the market. Maybe it's just because I am not able to sit here and trade the market open because I have a job and I have to go do that. Unfortunately, I don't get to sit at home and trade. If I did that for a living, I would be homeless fairly quickly at this point. I'm not good at executing it, but that's why I'm here. I'm coming here, doing this in front of y'all so I can come back and watch it later using the storage from YouTube. And potentially showing y'all what to not do sometimes, what to do, and maybe just a different perception of the market, depending on, you know, how you look at it. So it definitely doesn't look as bullish now. This was a bullish move here for it. That was basically it. Brought it to the VWAP, and it definitely kind of wants to look like it wants to roll over now. What's Biddy doing? Kind of rolling over now. Had the bullish move. Okay. He is falling. He is falling. We got about 6 minutes until we send you over to Alexo or so. Anything else y'all want to look at? Any tokens y'all want me to look at? I kind of looked at XRP. Said this was kind of the short up here. We're in a short on Solana. Bitcoin. It hit the VWAP. It's not looking like it wants to do anything other than going down right now. Ada, we showed you where we were looking for your positions or other things there. Hype, we showed you kind of looking, yeah, it kind of looks like it wants to come back up now that it broke out of this area to kind of be the short now, potentially here in this area. That might be a short to look for there if you can't get above this area. It is looking bullish though. So honestly, you could get a bullish reaction to right where we wanted it at. Micron has come down a little bit from yesterday's ridiculous run. And Zcash, we missed the short on Zcash. We should have taken the short here and came down to our order block that we had for a bullish order block. That would have been this was our trade for the morning that we missed, about 1%. So that was the trade, but it didn't execute the way we wanted it to. Honestly, I probably didn't do anything because of the wicks here. But I was looking for it to come back up. Other than that, you know, y'all have a good day. I appreciate y'all coming out and hanging out with me, and hitting the like button, subscribing, sharing it out to everybody. See what y'all can do. Come on over to the Strike Finance DApp and use our referral link. Get in, see how it works. Do some trading. You know, it's nice to kind of spread the trading around. It's also a decentralized exchange, so you're not dealing with a centralized exchange, and other things like that. And you can kind of see how much the market maker bot's already got. It's got a 1.5 million. It's been on the rise. That means that the traders have been losing and more people have been adding to it. So, you know, I appreciate y'all coming by. Y'all see what y'all can get into your trades today. Make sure you use the stop loss. Please make sure you use the stop loss. That's my only financial advice, is use the stop loss. Keeps you from losing all your funds. And y'all have a great day, guys. Go see Alex O. Tell him I said hi.
Are you still stuck with your big wireless? Overpaying? Are you locked in a contract? Were you buried in that fine print? Yeah, I thought so. Ditch your carrier. Switch to World Mobile today. We have no contracts, no early termination fees. We play no games. We have plans that start at just $15 a month. Bring your crew and you get a discount on top of that. Up to 4 lines or more, and you're saving 30% each line. Are you paying full price? I sure am not. I got my built-in VPN, my encrypted connectivity, my identity protection. Your old carrier, they give you excuses. We give you control. Stop funding the outdated networks. Own your own connection. World Mobile. Switch to the smarter network.